Well, it was a dramatic security scare at one of the world's most high-profile gatherings. The shooting at the White House Correspondents Association dinner is raising more questions about presidential security. Now, hundreds of agents were tasked with protecting the annual bash, which President Donald Trump headlined this year. Yet an armed suspect opened fire inside the Washington Hilton, injuring a Secret Service agent. He managed to get just a floor above the Washington ballroom, where an extraordinary concentration of cabinet members, high-ranking lawmakers, and celebrities were present. What followed was panic as gunshots were heard and agents rushed to evacuate key leaders. President Trump, the First Lady, the Vice President, and others were swiftly moved to safety. While other officials were shielded and escorted out, the suspect was quickly overpowered and taken into custody. The Secret Service said that their protocol worked and the suspect was apprehended at first contact.
My training and my knowledge and experience with the U.S. Secret Service, and I've worked at that same very hotel. They did exactly what they were supposed to do, and they did it quickly, saving the president any unfortunate incidents to him. If you look at the video of him trying to go through with a rifle, there was not much time for them to react, only maybe 2 seconds. And his intention, based on what I'm seeing, was to run through that checkpoint, get as close as he could to President Trump and take a shot and try to kill the president.
The incident comes less than 2 years after a pair of assassination attempts against Trump during the presidential campaign. Remember, in July 2024, Trump narrowly escaped death when a would-be assassin's bullet skimmed his ear during a campaign stop. Just 64 days later, Trump was the target of a would-be assassin as he played around on his Florida golf course. And now comes the shooting in the Capitol. While the motive and precise target of the suspected shooter remains unclear, questions are mounting over how a gunman could get so close to the president. The suspect was a guest at the Washington Hilton, which was also the site of a 1981 assassination attempt against then-President Ronald Reagan. President Trump himself later said the Hilton was not a particularly secure building, adding that the incident showed the importance of the new White House ballroom that is under construction but subject to litigation.
I will say, it's not a particularly secure building. And I didn't want to say this, but this is why we have to have all of the attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's drone-proof, it's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom.
Trump praised the first responders, including the Secret Service. He also mused about the dangers of being president, noting some of his predecessors had been assassinated, but adding that the suspect had not been close to breaching the doors of the ballroom.